Hello and welcome. Hi, please.
Do not make me come down there.
Yes, thank you. We have just arrived in Colorado and had a quick patriarch. Really sorry about all of our friends dying. Have mentally given base.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Base is totally fine. Or we'll be able to pick up supporters. Our characters are Misty, Heavy Gunner, and a leader of our
Not a chance.
and Trooper, kind of up and coming. I think they're supposed to.
Whose job was that?
Alright, let's go. Go check out.
Welcome, Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Kwan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly.
Yeah, wow, these alarms are kind
No idea. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off. How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules. Thanks. I can hardly hear myself think.
quick check movement.
Alarm. I hate alarm. A warning to you in the Uber. This is a secure bunker bed facility. You can be trespassing against before foreignation or you will be defeated.
I absolutely love the robot speed impediments. Horrible thing. Yeah, I'll use my perk. For the Arizona Ranger. Accessory unit. Corps of Engineers. Our government.
Please hold accessing report. Still accessing remain on hold. All foreignation provisionally accepted. Servitors will remain watchful on you.
Alright, oh, hours. Let's look at the room before we... I'm picking. Here's something. What? Good armor mod. I figure. Alright, That's a great one. Nice.
I use my very particles to learn you.
And where he
I use my very particles to learn you.
protocol. Dusty, you know. Press the power button and flip. So, security alert flashes across the display. Every attempt to access access only. Free the machine. Camera flashes above the monitor. Terrible photos slowly appear on this. Recognize. Security alert camera.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here. As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the 3rd blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him. They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
Called in. Offer. That's right. Asking us to be.
What? You think I want to kill my kids? You think I'm even afraid of them?
I just noticed this.
I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash. That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP. And when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear? Good. Then let me tell you where they are. Victory's holed up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. Anything else you need to know?
Go with the barrier option. Because you've been very generous already. After all we've lost, there are a few things.
Name them.
I think I'm actually gonna go. Got a fair amount. I don't even have a medic. Will last longer.
Good call. You'll need it. I'll have Joe send you a few things once we get back to Broadmoor Heights.
Now let's find out who the hell.
Uh-huh. last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wiped them out years ago, but... mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
Kids were behind the attack?
Possibly. But I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them.
I don't know. Let's find out what he says. Why do you say that?
My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies we thought were secure. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full responsibility.
Ellie, yeah?
Good.
Oh, yeah, it's
What
all
else do you
stolen.
need? What do you want to know?
Oh, on the kid. I actually don't know.
You'd better. Anything? Of course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me and maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the marshals in Colorado Springs. She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who have been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since their raid fell apart. Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do. Enjoy yourselves, Rangers. Just don't get killed. I want a return on my investment. All right, let's move out.
Leveled, sweet. Yes, indeed. Alright, well, that's point per level. Like how low. Yeah, let's check out this. Investigate the... After some processors, thousands of back a century. Yeah, let's clear out all these old. Take a little time to test your code for running it. Must disappear. Processing return. Accumulate 1,000 unread messages. Log data backed up to archive room server. Oh, they don't have the
Our
mic on.
feeding systems restore. Servitors look for more efficient questing and more routes and empties.
Block back up.
Rangers, come talk to me when you've got a moment. Want to discuss staffing and recruiting, that kind of thing. Good job, Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits, just like the Patriarch promised you. And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad?
Sergeant Grace Kita. Squad can have up to 2 members. Your 2 slots may be filled by companions. Companions are help you out all the time. Plenty of companions on.
My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't. And you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way. Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Alright, so I think... Yep. Alright, so I... like the sniper being on. Alright, so I definitely won't. I feel like I should.
You started it, we'll finish it.
Here comes the pain.
Oh man, this is not the best.
They've spotted.
New targets incoming.
Wait, what?
We can handle this.
Shoot!
Come and get it, Scott.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
They see us.
They see us.
Damn.
You want to brawl, knock yourself.
Are we going?
Let's do this shit.
Here they come.
Get ready.
We can handle this, right?
Spotted.
Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up. Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps. Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it. Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping before I toss it all out. After that, you might want to give Sheriff Daisy a hand. If you impress her, maybe she'll hook you up with some specialists for the base. Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
Other question. How long has this been?
Patriarch chased out the last big gang maybe 10 years back. Before that, all kinds of bandits, militias, and cults have lived here since the deluge.
Recently, it's been mostly outlaws and refugees. We should check around to see if there are any current occupants.
Could be what set off the alarms.
Around these parts, we call the nuclear apocalypse the deluge of fire, because, well, that's what it was.
Noah's flood was the deluge of water. The nukes were the deluge of fire.
What was the radio operators putting a combat AI in RV?
Gonzalez? He's a whiz with stuff like that. The AI will allow you to give the vehicle orders in combat without having to be inside it. Basically, it'll become another member of your squad.
Yeah, I was getting a little itchy doing the same old in the marshals.
And retirement was driving me stir-crazy. Just sitting around listening to the paint peel. I jumped at the chance to help you folks out.
Not really.
One sec.
Sorry.
Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are gonna need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet. Well, I know this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me. My time in the Marshals means I've got connections and trusted informants everywhere.
Yeah, also mean.
Plus, I'm a sure shot and a decent scrapper. And, though it hurts my civic pride to say it, there are places around here where those things might come in handy. Fine. That's fine. Just let me know if you change your minds.
Alright,
Welcome to your communications hub, Rangers. The Patriarch was good enough to let me use my own gear, and I have my high-frequency radio equipment all set up. From here on out, I will be your voice in the wind. You can contact Ranger HQ at any time through your radio, and I'll reach out as needed. When there's arrests to be made under your authority, just radio them into me. Pleasure to serve.
Tell us about it.
The finest setup you'll find this side of the Rockies. This equipment took years to get together. A lot of it custom work. String and pieces of gum, you know? This is the only setup in Colorado able to communicate on all sorts of frequency bands, up to the HF band. That means we can reach you pretty much no matter where you are in Colorado.
Why do I doubt him?
The basic controls are straightforward. You should try the device yourselves whenever you're here. I've picked up all kinds of signals. It's possible you could even reach Arizona.
Not the page.
I've worked the radio for some time now, and I hear all kinds of stories from other parts of the world. Horrors you wouldn't believe. Is Colorado perfect? No, but it's a damn sight better than any alternative I've seen.
Feel about being part of the Ranger.
Speaking frankly, great. Protect and serve, right? Things had grown stale with the Marshals. I felt like I'd reached the end of what I could do for the people there. Proud to be a Ranger now.
Installed our car AI.
Oh, I'm not. It just turns out artificial intelligence isn't that much different from fiddling with radios. Easy enough to install, it turned out, but I wouldn't know the first thing about it otherwise.
Great. So just put some unknown software in our car. How helpful. I'm glad you didn't ask us before you did that.
Anytime.
Well, so much for the radio actually doing it. Alright, one last check on the computer and then this room should be good to go. Yep, nothing here. Alright, let's go this way first. Junk. Armor mod.
Tired of gridlock? Sick of dodging reckless drivers? Fed up with paying a fortune to shady mechanics that never actually fix your car? Consolidated Atomics has the answer. Introducing Hermes, the revolution.
The corpse of a young woman lies at your feet, her body contorted at an unnatural angle. Judging by the smell, she's been here a while. Try to determine how she died. The body's unnatural position suggests some kind of seizure, and there are signs of discoloration on her face, indicative of heart failure. A heavy metal spanner is gripped tightly in her right hand. The metal is discolored, and scorch marks blacken her fingertips. It looks to you like a textbook case of electrocution. The woman is wearing a patchwork jumpsuit and a leather tool belt. Her pockets are crammed with fuses, bundles of wire, and bits of circuit boards. Looks like this Wastelander made her living by scavenging and repairing electronics. You would have felt right at home in an old garage like this. Right. What do we got here? This enormous spider-like robot is in bad shape. It twitches in a puddle of its own fluids, its casing dented and riddled with bullet holes. Judging by the scrape marks on the floor, it looks like someone dragged it into the garage from somewhere else. I'm going to examine it first. Recognize it as a slicer dicer, a pre-apocalypse military robot. It appears to have been badly damaged in a firefight and is missing some of its weapons. Upon closer inspection, you note that some of the bullet holes have been patched, and several of the legs show signs of recent welding. Slicer Dicer's main access panel is open, revealing its wiring and power plant. It's clear that someone has been trying to repair the robot. They're probably the dead person. Alright, let's check the computer first. Terminal is displaying information about the base's system. All seems normal right now. Alright, all service elevator platform. A loud grinding emanates from the huge trapdoor near the garage's entrance. The smell of rusted metal sparking fills the room. Mechanical failure reported. A servitor drone has been issued a repair order. Yeah, I'm sure that'll get through the thousands of other requests. Examine most recent activity logs. Most of the logs appear to have been destroyed in a giant server wipe that occurred decades ago. Terminal also has controls for some nearby vehicle lifts, but currently indicates they are all unresponsive. Okay, so that just leaves this guy. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so in case things go to shit, I want you, I don't know, over here. The medic, go over here, the sniper, and also go over here. I guess you'll just stay there. Someone's got to. Peering inside the quivering robot's casing, you find a lot of salvaged parts and new wiring. Someone's been working on the robot for a while. There's a bad connection to the power supply, strong enough to give someone a wicked shock. It takes some careful work to repair the connection. As soon as the short is repaired, the robot sputters to life. It turns a cold, unfeeling optical sensor towards you, and its weapons spin up. Yeah, I saw that coming. Alright, so this is how armor works. Alright, so penetration beats armor, and I'm guessing armor discounts damage. Yep. Okay. That's a percentage base, that's good to know. Start with a sniper. Yeah, that worked pretty well. I can't loot. That's highly odd. Oh, whatever, it's one bullet. Hey, there we go. Assembler, slicer, dicer, self-assembler. Requires 7 mechanics. Wow, that's impressive. Alright, that's a level 10 assault rifle. Energy cells and a oh, trap. Probably not the only trap. Just a bunch of ammo. Alright, check for recent activity. Nothing important. Nothing Trap. Ah, crap. Level 4 explosives. It's access to the grenade box. I think I'll just leave it for now, and I'll come back when I get higher. Explosives, was it? Yeah. This desiccated husk of a man is little more than a skeleton covered in papery skin. Search for a cause of death. Looks like a simple case of starvation and dehydration, but the corpse's ankle and wrist show some scarring, as if he was chained up for a while. What about this one? This female corpse is bloated and putrefied. One of her arms is entirely missing. Black ichor oozes from her swollen torso. That sounds bad. Looks like the missing arm had nothing to do with the woman's demise. It had been expertly removed and stitched up long before she died. Instead, she seems to have died in infection or illness. And she's also got the chain scars. Leathery corpse is missing several of his digits and facial features. Looks like exposure to extreme cold took this person's missing extremities. Scarring indicates that this may have happened multiple times over several years. But it wasn't the cold that killed him. Open wounds across his back indicate that he was whipped to death. He also noticed the same scarring on his ankles and wrists as the other corpses. Pile of corpses. People died in a variety of ways, most of them violent. Bullet holes in one, crushed skull in another, a cut throat on a third. They all have the same ankle and wrist scars. Alright. Tell us why it's impossible. The door guarding this vault is enormous and recessed into the walls, floors, and ceilings. It appears it can only be opened with that numeric keypad on the wall, several feet away. Yeah, we don't have any key codes, so there's no point in trying a rent. I'll come back to that corpse when I've got more first aid, because I don't want to, like, trigger it to like explode and get us all infected or some crap like that. Alright, let's take a quick look outside, see what's out here. Oh, what's that? Jump.
Systems active. Systems active. Greetings, Rangers. Systems active. Greetings, Rangers. Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
Not sure if it wants to talk or if it just keeps talking to me. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to get up there. Bullets and money, of course. Junk, crafting. Anything in here? What do we got here? Junk.
Systems active.
Alright, no, nothing.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
I guess I can get some snowballs. What do regular snowballs give me? Applies frozen.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
Alright, what's this guy give me? Combat speed. Alright, that's not bad. Okay, helmets and some armor. Alright, so let's 5 strength. Alright. My only character with 5 strength. Yep. Requires 4 strength. I should change 10. At least it looks less stupid. Alright, requires 5 strength. And then we've got a helmet. 8 armor, 3 armor, 4 armor. Medic it is. Oh, never mind. Let's see. Do I dismiss his pet? Probably have to talk to it. Find it. There we go. Oops, keep doing that. Metal-plated electronics have been implanted in this chicken's body. It looks up at you, a sense of loneliness in its eyes. You don't see any other chickens around. Alright, do all dogs return the same bonus? Yeah, looks like it. Should probably check out what's available for crafting again, since I got a whole bunch of recipes earlier. Gonna check out what the animal kennel says now. Yep. What I thought. Okay. Mystery item. Sure. I created this same thing I had. Very, very odd. Alright, I could make one of these, but kind of too early. Alright, so yeah, nothing really useful. Let's see. Mods. Alright, shotgun or flamethrower, melee weapon, and armor. Combat speed and armor. Go to the medic, but they don't actually have that piece of gear. So I think this is already modded. Yeah. We'll just have to wait. Oh no, we can't go over this terrain. Okay. Alright, I was supposed to shoot. Oh, I see. I guess I didn't end up clicking. Alright, so I'll wait for this guy to come back in range. Come on, there you are. Missed again. Ugh. That's just a bad shot on my part. Alright. What's this? Oh, hack robot.
Taking the shot.
Alright, I got my special ability.
Was that it?
Junk and junk. Junk and... Alright, got poison. I guess they avoided it. Did it. Okay, so that's what the resist meant. Alright, I wasn't sure if they took the damage anyway. Too early in the game to know all the mechanics. Creepy doll. Explosive damage bonus. For the squad. Oh, okay, you don't have to equip them. That's cool. Collectibles. Ammo, guns, junk, and scrap. Alright. Can't get up here yet. A billboard. Alright, let's see if we can get anything out of this computer. Alright. Raid failure. Corruption detected across multiple sectors. Initiating automated repair operations. Recovery complete. 2 recovered logs. Sure, let's take the personnel logs. There are fewer logs than you'd expect for a base of this size. Many have suffered data corruption and are unrecoverable, but you find a few that are legible. Let's just do this one first. Personnel log, Colonel Forchette, 22nd of March, 1998. World ended yesterday. Our missile defense system saved Colorado Springs, but Denver is gone, and we can't make contact with anyone outside the state. Discipline will keep my men in line, but we've only got a few days until the civilians panic. Need to prepare to hold out until we can reconnect with Washington. Personal log, 2nd Lieutenant Halcott, 15th of September, 1995. So this is before the nuke went off. Fixed his gaze on the monitor, fingers deftly tapping the keys, expertly covering his tracks as he pulled data from the system. Lieutenant Amor kept stealing glances back at him, enraptured by his steely blue eyes, as she watched the doorway for the guards. Have you found the evidence yet, Captain Halcombe? We don't have much time left. The captain hit a few more keys and nodded. He pulled the floppy disk from the drive and signaled to the lieutenant. Quickly, back to the vent. Ladies first, he said, helping Lieutenant Amor up to the filling ducts. Despite her generous curves, she nimbly slid into the duct, and Captain Halcombe was easily able to pull himself up and follow her, sliding the grate back into place just as guards swung by on their patrol. Alright, anything in the security logs? Alright, so in 2000, let's see what happened in 2000. Fully autonomous security system activating in T-minus 30 after an erasure. Intrusive event on the perimeter, intruder treated. Alright. About a year later, maybe less than that. Port 15, or perimeter. Quadrupedal creatures. Creature stayed. Creature departs. And got some people. Oh, we're starting to show the speech impediment on the system. Trying to self-correct. All right, and then the next one isn't until 2068. Wow. Intruder 32 returns to War Room. Starts fire for intruders 30, 31, and 33. Intruder 34 is providing them with a meal. Log requisition request for additional servitors, following a deduction of core servitors 5 through 10 by Intruder 11. Oof. Base is trying to come online, but can't get online. 35 died. 2102. Finally woke up. After catastrophic failure 30 years prior. Got some people in the war room. Somebody's trying to repair the base. Five years later. People in the barracks. Up. And then turned on the generator, which woke up the base even more. Alright, so let's see what we got here. It's like the army can't reach anyone, and so it's doing a general broadcast. Yeah, basic useless message. What else we got? Here before that. Looks like this is the petition going online to defend Colorado. Yeah, that's just the base. Predicting casualties. 2021. That's when the generator went down for the first time, I'm guessing. Base going into sleep mode. Alright, so that's just a bunch of lore about the base and how people have interacted with it. Alright, so I got some people in there. I'll just assume we can.
Please, don't shoot.
Woman is gaunt, her clothes ragged. She is surrounded by a group of bedraggled vagrants who watch you with fear and mistrust.
Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals.
We're the Rangers. Who are you?
I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go. Please, will you let us stay?
I mean, ideally they'd help with keeping the place clean and stuff.
The other soldiers wouldn't want us around, I know. It's not that we want to cause trouble for you. Few of us might be able to earn our keep. We're not trained fighters, but we can defend ourselves with a knife or a club.
Glances hopefully at her comrades, all of whom are as gaunt and weather-beaten as she is. Set off the security system?
Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping.
What was the Patriarch doing here? Getting it ready for us?
Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks, and we never set anything off before.
And you live in the city?
We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming.
Alright, let's see where these people are from.
We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here, for any of us.
Alright, whatever they can say.
You said yes. Well, I was sure you wouldn't.
Refugees' haggard faces break into smiles. A few of them hug each other.
We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can. Thank you for giving us a chance. Oh, and one of our people is missing, Andy. If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us. Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
Alright, a bunch of unnamed people. Wonderful. Oh, I can change my appearance. That's... yes. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and
The body of a young man lies twisted on the floor. He wears shabby clothes and he's been dead long enough for the body to go cold, but not long enough to rot. Alright, let's see what killed him. The body's contorted limbs and proximity to an ancient computer seem to suggest a painful death by electrocution. Discoloration in the face suggests heart failure, which might be electricity, but there's a lack of burns, which makes that inconclusive. Some dried, foamy spittle, barely detectable at the edges of the mouth, make poison a much more likely culprit. Alright, let's see what he's got on him. This man was carrying nothing but the clothes he wore on his body, and those are tattered and grimy. He have holes in their soles. In one of his pockets, you find a half-eaten, sweet-smelling mushroom.
What's going on with the dead guy? Is he...
Alright, this is where the generators got turned on recently. Which turned on the automated security lockdown. Alright. Alright, let's see what this guy's story is. Waving at you through the bars of a cell is a pale, rail-thin man with matted hair and fraying, faded clothes. Gives you a lazy, glassy-eyed grin.
Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I?
We're the new landlords, so we're in charge here now.
Oh, wow. Wowie. New, landlords. That's cool, man. Cool. I hope taking over's, going good for you. What brought you out here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell the prisoner why we're here.
Oh, sure. Top secret. So you're part of some important organization, huh? You look like you're, real important, you know? I can see it in your pretty eyes. Do you have, more people in your group?
We've actually got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, man, of course. I don't mind. Ask me whatever. My name? Ned. Ned? Harry. Nick. Booger. Dickens. Lyle? Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. Been a long time since I thought about that, man. Been a longer time since someone, asked me about it. I kind of been here for a while. Because, the cell door is...
Alright, well, he's not gonna know how long he's been here. You remember why he was put in there? He probably will lie, but it's gonna be interesting to see what he does.
Oh, man, didn't you like my joke? Okay, so a guy I used to be friends with, well, I guess he was more of a business partner. Friend, though, too, man. Like, former friend who decided he didn't, want to go splitsies anymore. So he conked me on the head. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man. Like, seriously.
Alright, let's see what he knows about the dead guy.
Oh, man, that's, some wild stuff. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and, freaked out and starts messing with that, computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down and then all these, sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in.
Alright, let's catch him in his lie. Logs on the terminal show there was a power surge, like you said, but also several attempts to access the computer afterwards.
While those alarms were going off? How'd that happen?
We'll ask again. Trying to access the computer after the power surge.
Well, that guy, he fell over onto the computer machine after the flash. Maybe he landed on the buttons, or on the thing with all the little buttons, or... Oh shit, man! Do you think someone snuck in here while I was sleeping and fiddled with those buttons? A prowler lurking about? That's some scary stuff, man. Yikes.
Yeah, the obviously suspicious mushrooms right here. Yeah.
Cool,
Go see what the
man,
refugees
but,
know about this guy.
Hey, so, we've been chatting for a bit, gotten to know each other a little, right? I've been stuck in here for, at least a lot of years, and it would be much nicer if I, wasn't. Do you think you could maybe do me a solid and, like, find a way to get me out of here? Cool, I get it, man. No pressure, but, I sure appreciate it. So,
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need? Andy. Damn it. I was afraid of that. We've been locked up for days, but at least we had our supplies with us. How did he... No. I don't want to know. Enough death in this world. Don't need the details to make it even more bitter. Thanks for telling me, Rangers. I'll break it to the others.
Alright, let's see what they know about the base.
Sure.
Alright, they mess with anything in the war room.
Andy may have. He's the only one of us who knew computers. I told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of... well, of something like what happened when this whole place got locked down.
Alright, what about the corpses in the med bay?
Oh, it's horrible. They were there when we arrived. Probably been rotting away for months from the look of them. Ugh, not to mention the smell.
Alright, what about the brig?
Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms in his cell. I left him locked up after I met him. I felt bad about that. He was cordial enough, but he just kept asking questions that felt off. And those glassy eyes.
Armory. Which one was the armory? Oh yeah, it's the one that I still have to get the explosives out of.
Booby traps, mostly. One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under the floor panel on the other side. She was vomiting for a week. Almost died. I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing over whatever guns may or may not be in there. Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass.
They like even been living in this place? Alright, what about the archive room?
We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around, but we managed to shut them in before anyone got seriously hurt. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids. Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Alright, let's see if, I haven't been in this room yet. The food on these tables is cold and partially eaten, but not rotten. It's clear somebody recently fled mid-meal. Alright, and then we've got a toaster. Alright, nothing else on here. Let's go see if these guys know anything.
What can I do for y'all?
Alright,
Sure.
he doesn't have anything to say about this guy.
Rangers, good to see you. I'll be here.
Nope, nothing useful. And then this guy.
I'll sacrifice some elbow room to save more people. That's the only sane thing to do. Anytime.
Nope. Alright. So decide what to do with this prisoner. I'm thinking that I don't really want him around. Kinda out of his mind at the very best. At the worst, he's actively malicious and probably seeking revenge against someone, so I don't want him around.
What can I do for you?
Alright, let's confront him. I already know what I'm gonna do, but let's confront him about the apparent death by poison.
What? That's really something else. Some poison killed that poor guy at the exact same time as that machine zapped him? Man, what a wacky world. Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, you know? Hard to keep track of when the day starts or ends. Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups, other people to come and go.
Alright, let's see who else goes here first.
Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, but I don't know if he was connected to the guy who came in before him, you know? Kinda hard to keep track of how long it is between visits, and people don't always tell me what's going on outside. But, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, Tired Eyes Lady. Before her, the smiling woman. Before that, it's a little fuzzy.
Alright, so the only one I don't know is this smiling
Oh,
woman.
a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face the whole time we talked. Just never stopped smiling. I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merchandise to keep here and some people she was gonna deal with. Said I wasn't, a suitable client. Which, sure, 'cause, I got no money. Well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to say that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the slave trader from the medbay.
You know, man, it's, I've been here a long time, and I eat a lot of mushrooms. Can't always remember things that happened in the, olden days, but I'll try. There was a gentleman bear, the lip licker, and, the bloody screamers, and them metal fellers, and the really white guy, and owl face. Oh, and the 6 wee men and a lion. But, yeah, hard to remember who came in first, and, which ones were just a nursery rhyme my grandma told me, so... yeah... Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh.
Yeah, so there's two kinds of mushrooms. Yeah, he obviously killed him. Yep. Is that a door outside? No. Okay. I'm gonna take the medic to do one last examination of the purified corpse. Alright, yeah. So I need that. Okay. Alright, that's everything I can do here. So I am going to call it for now. Alright, next time I pick up, I'll be heading down to Colorado Springs, I think. So we'll be checking in down there, probably visit some shops and investigate whatever the garden was. Yeah, that's right, we're gonna go take out some more